welcome back to the 2023 Big West Women's Basketball Preview Show presented by BuyB1.com. I'm Krista Blunk, joined by Tammy Blackburn. And Tammy, time for the number 6 UC Irvine Anteaters. This is a team that had great success last year. They were picked second. They finished second in the Big West. This year, though, only a couple of starters back. They lost a few players to the transfer portal, but they picked up some new players. And so Coach Tamara Inoue is piecing together kind of a new team, but she's got a good core group with a couple of veterans.
She's a student of the game. I've known Tamara for a really long time. She had great mentors around her and coaches that she learns from. And when you look back at that championship game where they were playing Hawaii, they played a beautiful first half. Hawaii came out and played the better second half. And so, Tamara is asking her team, what is our why? Why can't we jump over that hurdle and get to that championship and get onto that NCAA? The thing about Tamara and rebuilding is that, yes, a couple of players, they lose to the transfer portal, but she's so smart. She's so connected. She goes to the transfer portal. She fills in these pieces that she needs, and she is looking to get it done.
Well, she's putting them with a 6-year player. Always great to have a veteran kind of leading the way, and that's Naomi Hunt for the Anteaters.
Yeah, Naomi Hunt is a true veteran player. She gets a 6-year, and that's a privilege for a student athlete. It's also a huge benefit for a coach because you have that player that can set the tone, who has an incredible amount of knowledge. And when you have some new players, including a couple of new coaches for this Anteater squad, Tamara actually has somebody in Naomi Hunt that can lead. She played at Long Beach State University. She transferred in, so she's familiar with the conference. I love the way that Naomi plays. She's a 1,000 plus career point scorer. And she also has Olivia Williams coming back, who will play around her, who is now 1 year older. She's a sophomore. The combination of these players, along with these other new players, really, I think Tamara Inoue has a lot of good things to work with. She's very good at throwing in some wrinkles, whether that's defensively or offensively. Her players are going to be ready to do what Tamara needs to do.
It'll be interesting to see what she has to say, how she's building this team back up again. And we'll get to hear from the head coach, Tamara Inoue, when we return on the preview show.
The B1 Performance Patch elevates physical functions by transforming carbs into glucose used to fuel the body. Don't compete without it. Visit buyb1.com or on social media at B1Patch.
Power isn't born, it's built over time. For over 65 years, Hercules Tires has been providing the muscle to move more drivers. Whatever the vehicle, whatever the terrain, and we back it with a powerful protection plan. So wherever the road or the trail takes you, we have the selection, value, and strength to get you there. Hercules Tires, ride on our strength.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
The Big West is back in Las Vegas. Don't miss the 2023 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships, presented by the Hawaiian Islands, March 7th through the 11th at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Catch the pulse-pounding action as 20 men's and women's teams battle to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Get the best seats in the house at ucirvinesports.com/buytix or call 949-824-5000.
Welcome back to the preview show. We're talking about the number 6 pick team, the UC Irvine Anteaters, and our Molly Sullivan got a chance to catch up with the head coach, Tamara Inoue. Let's listen in.
Coach, you're returning 8 players, 2 starters, and oh, by the way, half of your returners are sophomores. That's got to get you pretty excited, huh?
Yeah, no, it's culturally, I think we're building something good, and the ones that are here are working their butts off, and I'm excited about what we're going to have.
Yeah, and when we spoke during the Big West Conference Tournament Championships here in Henderson, one thing that was paramount every single day in and day out was the culture that you've built. There are no surprises with your system. What's your philosophy, Coach?
You gotta want to be here and you gotta want to work hard. I think those are pretty simple things. Irvine historically for women's basketball, really hasn't been great, not to the lack of players or coaches. It's just being able to finish games. And I think players that are stepping in these days are taking the coaching well and finishing what we started.
Do you feel like sometimes a game gets overcomplicated? I feel like you just bring it back to home plate. You're back to the basics, the fundamentals. Is that the old school approach you kind of take?
Yeah, I think I've been coached by very good coaches. My high school coach, Lynn Taylor, to Dallas Bola at Long Beach, just really kept things very simple. In high school, we never watched film. We just played a 2-3 zone in one state. And then in college, my college coach, she was just really good about being simple and following what should just win a game. She doesn't overcomplicate things. So I think definitely learned from them. And then just through the years of working under great coaches like Mark Track, I think I've learned a lot from that.
Beautiful. Listen, let's zero in on those 4 transfers that you've got. Nevaeh Dean coming in, ranked 23rd best forward by ESPN in the 2020 class. What can you speak about some of the newcomers? Give us a little taste of what we're going to see.
Yeah, it's early. It's early, and they've come here. They were fortunate to come for summer school, and so we've been able to work with them a little bit here and there. Nevaeh Dean, she goes by Dino. Just been tremendous. I think her just maturity. I think we needed to get some experienced players to bring some leadership skills in. She definitely has brought that. Tough, doesn't want to step out of things ever, which I love, and isn't afraid to speak up. So really excited about Dino. As far as, I'll just go through all of them. Nevaeh Parkinson, we signed from UNM, originally from Dallas. Love her fire. She didn't get to play much at UNM, but definitely has come here ready to go and learned a lot. I wouldn't say mistakes, but just learned some things that she could be better at coming to Irvine. So we're excited to see what she's doing here and look forward to seeing what she can do pretty much come conference play. We got Diaba Conte from Idaho State. I've been watching her for a while, just been excited about her. And then when I saw her hit the portal, called her immediately and just felt like she belonged here due to, there's a lot of factors, obviously the point guard play that I love that she can contribute for. But more importantly, I think as a person, I think we can really offer a lot as far as her religion, as far as what she can feel comfortable with. I thought we were a good fit for her. And hopefully she feels like that way backwards to us.
And Coach, when you look at your returners, I mean, listen, the leadership there is pretty impressive. Break that down. What'd you see in the off season? Right, we spoke off camera. There is no off season. Shocker. But what'd you see in the summer from them?
Yeah, I think the last couple of years we've been in a championship game and come up short. I think there's some things that we need to learn from that. If you just continue to accept it and move on from it, I don't think we're going to get where we need to be. So I think that was a lot of things that we focused on in the offseason with the returners, understanding the details, understanding maybe why we got to that point. So I think a lot of more just awareness in that sense, because everyone can work hard and get in the gym and do what they need to do, which we do. But I think the understanding of the why has come through, and it's not always easy to hear. I know that I didn't like to look at myself and see a lot of things in myself either. But same thing with the players. I think they need to also understand that too. So I think we're getting to a space where the leadership comes more from awareness and understanding what actually needs to be worked on.
Knowing that you're somewhat of a private coach, you don't like to share the conversations in the locker room. I do want to see, and I would not be doing my job if I don't ask, what was the why? What was the why? When you rolled the tape, what do you point out first?
It's details. I think open layups. If you just go down to basic things, layups and free throws, I think can speak for itself.
Fair enough. We love that. You are simple. Listen, France, Canada, New Zealand, South Sudan. I mean, your roster, international flair, top to bottom. How important is that with your program, and really the Big West as a whole, putting academics first and recruiting these talented and brilliant student athletes to your conference?
Yeah, I think it's where we're located. I think UCI in general, from Chancellor Gilman down, we are an international university that can service that. And so I think for us, we look at that heavily. And when we recruit, my staff takes a look at that, and we have the support and the willingness to do that here. So it doesn't just come because I want these players. It really starts from the top of the university and what we stand for, and then me being able to find those type of players that fit the mold of UCI. So we've been able to do that. I'm really excited about it. I think more diversity, the better. It's a gift. It's something that I think every team, if they have the opportunity to do, because they come from so many different backgrounds. Not only do they have one thing in common, and that's basketball, but I think they can learn so much more about each other and learn how to just play together. And I think that's a big gift in its own.
Coach, I'm going to ask you to hit the rewind button here to this past spring, and in about 5 minutes away from where I'm currently sitting, Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. You had some great success there, and certainly if you could bottle up the atmosphere that we saw in Henderson, how would you best put that into words and what your fans brought to the Big West Basketball Championships?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think being at a neutral site as somewhat of a destination is always a good feel for our players. You do feel like you're in a tournament style, and I think we've done that well here for the Big West this past year. I love it. You know, I've been part of that previous at other institutions, and I think it can only get better. You got to start somewhere. But I think the fans, and it's only a 3-hour drive for us, you know, quick, I fly. So it's 45 minutes for me, but it's much quicker and it's easy, and you can go golfing during the day and then come to our games afterwards. So I just think there's so many things to do there. It's a chance to shut down as well for fans and just really focus on these student athletes that have worked so hard all season.
Oh boy, we can't wait. Thank you so much for joining us here for the preview show, and best of luck this season.
Thanks, Molly.
Thanks, Coach.
The Big West is back in Las Vegas. Order your tickets today for the 2023 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships, presented by the Hawaiian Islands, March 7th through the 11th at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Don't miss a minute of pulse-pounding action as 20 men's and women's teams battle to punch their ticket to the next level. Get the best seats in the house at ucirvinesports.com/buytix, or you can call 949-824-5000.
The B1 Performance Patch elevates physical functions by transforming carbs into glucose used to fuel the body. Don't compete without it. Visit buyb1.com or on social media at B1Patch.
Malama Aina, to care for the land is an engagement between people and place. When we all malama, there's nothing we can't change.
Learn how you can malama Hawaii at gohawaii.com/malama.
Sometimes faster isn't always better. Like when you're getting a tattoo. Or saying I love you on the first date. Or putting together certain Swedish furniture.
But when it comes to getting in and out of the airport, faster is always better. And at Ontario International Airport, you can have a stress-free experience from the curb to the gate.
It's the least we can do.
The Big West is back in Las Vegas. Don't miss the 2023 Hercules Tires Big West Basketball Championships, presented by the Hawaiian Islands, March 7th through the 11th at the Dollar Loan Center in Henderson, Nevada. Catch the pulse-pounding action as 20 men's and women's teams battle to punch their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Get the best seats in the house at ucirvinesports.com/buytix or call 949-824-5000.
So Tammy, Coach Tamara Inoue, she is a no-nonsense kind of coach. I mean, she is such a competitor herself, and you can feel that from the kind of players that she's able to pick up. And 4 transfer players and a team coming off of WNIT experience. I think she's got a lot to look forward to.
Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about one of those transfer players in Diaba Kanate. She's a transfer from Idaho State. She's a guard, and you know, Tamara Inoue, she's loving that guard play, and she's just been really well known to be able to coach guards up. Kanate can penetrate inside. I've watched her speed, her highlight reel. I love her penetration and her pass, and she can also pull up for the outside shot. A lot of new dimension for this UC Irvine team, and can't wait to see what happens for this squad.
Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. It's going to be interesting to see how things go for them as they go along and bringing that experience back from a season ago. Well, much more to go over here. Our number 5 pick is coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It'll be up on our preview show when we return.